Greetings and welcome to a special episode of Home is Where the Dark Is. Firstly, I would like to say thank you so much for everyone who has been watching the episodes this year. It's been great. It's been a lot of fun. I've been learning a lot, speaking with different artists, musicians, producers, and people just involved in the entertainment industry in general and the creative arts. So I've had a great time producing these podcasts, and I hope you've been enjoying them so far. And I'd like to get into a subject today about addiction, since it's been 2 years for me. It's been my 2-year mark for sobriety. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about addiction and accountability and making the right choice to further your life, to transcend, to break bad habits, and to become the better version of yourself or the best version of yourself. So something happened when I was in my teens, when I first moved to Hollywood. I was 18, fresh into music school, living by myself in a studio apartment, and I hadn't really been much of a partier during high school. Didn't get into alcohol, didn't get into drugs. It was just mainly hanging out with buddies, making music, recording, and playing in bands, and just having a good time with music and hanging out with girlfriends and all that stuff. So I never really got into anything extreme during high school. But that all changed when I went to music school. So what happened was I was hanging out with some friends in a certain apartment complex in Hollywood, which I won't name, but this is where I stayed for a year and a half. And I was hanging out one night, and this was like just when I first got into drinking, just like nothing too crazy, like beers and whatever here and there. And one of the guys there at the party, he was like, "Wow, you know what, Alex, you're a lot more fun when you drink." And that set me off on a completely different path than I thought I would go on. So what happened was I just slowly started to get more into drinking and hanging out with friends and partying during my college years, which was about 2 years. I went to music school for guitar and for audio engineering. And it just slowly escalated into more and more, be like, weekend blackouts. And I didn't realize like how much of a problem it was turning into, because, when you're in college, especially in the music industry in Hollywood, it's just what everyone does. So over the next 10 years, it was just drinking a lot on the weekends. Fortunately, I never got to the point where I was like waking up and immediately downing vodka or anything like that. It was mainly like, going out on the weekends with friends, having a bunch of drinks on Friday nights, Saturday nights, what have you. And there were just too many moments of waking up, feeling terrible, awful hangovers, blackouts, and just doing really stupid, shameful things that I would never do as a sober person. So it just got to a certain point where I started disappointing friends, disappointing family, disappointing myself. Just from dumb decisions, it would turn into somebody I just absolutely despised under the influence of alcohol. And it would get to a certain point where I'm sure a lot of you can relate, when you get to a certain point, like when you're in the blackout phase where, some people get violent, some people get mouthy, some people get super quiet, some people pass out. But for me, I would just turn into a bit of an asshole, and not every time, but just do and say things I would never fathom doing or saying. So it got to a certain point where I just said, look, this isn't who I'm meant to be. I'm better than this. I need to take control of my life and be the best version of myself. So 2 years ago, I stopped drinking. And I can't even describe how amazing it feels. Just the weight that is lifted off your shoulders, the clarity. You just improve in every aspect of your life. Like I've just been feeling amazing lately, and it's really been an eye-opening past 2 years. And I just wanted to basically say, if you're struggling and you wanting to get sober, or if you're maybe thought about changing your life for the better, maybe you have some kind of addiction or addictions, I just want to say you're not alone, and it can get better, and you can turn your life around. Some people may need more help than others. Fortunately, I was able to do it cold turkey, and I've had support from my immediate family and friends and partner. But some people might need more than that. And yeah, I mean, I've been to AA years ago. I only went to one meeting, and I know that works for a lot of people. For me, fortunately, I was able to just stop. And the first couple months were pretty rough, but once you get past a certain point, it becomes easy, and you need to develop other habits that you can put your energy into, which I threw myself into more work, health, trying to exercise more, and just find other ways to occupy your time. And yeah, I just wanted to come on here and let you know you're not alone. And if you need to make a drastic change in your life, you can, and there are people that will support you. And if anyone is struggling right now and wants to leave a comment, and maybe we could get a conversation going in the comments, and just let everyone know that you're not alone, and you can get through it, and you have the strength, and your life will become significantly better if you believe in yourself. So anyways, thank you for listening. Next week, we're going to have a podcast with one of my good friends that I've known for many years now. His name is Phil Levitt. He plays drums and sings in the band Seven Horse. He also is in a band called Dada. But that's going to be next week. And if you have any guest suggestions or any topic suggestions, feel free to leave those in the comments as well. And yeah, I'll definitely take a look and read through all the comments and do whatever I can to bring value to the channel for you guys. So again, thank you so much for listening and having a great time sharing all this information with you. So thanks again.